Vlog 148. Hey everybody, it's me, Jaime, the shut-in cartoonist musician, and I'm vlogcasting from the Tortilla Press World headquarters located on that snappy little island out in the San Francisco Bay. Finishing up my second and last cup of coffee for the day, Cafe Domingo. I think I'm the coffee czar here, so I set up the coffee every night and buy it and stuff. So I think this is the end of the Cafe Domingo, and we're going to the organic French roast tomorrow. Pete's. So, yes, I'm wearing a ball cap. We're in the Giants. Those of you that know, this is my team, my whole life. My mother and I lived in San Francisco when I was a little kid, and she was separated from my father. Back then, I didn't know she was getting ready to divorce him, and I missed him deeply. But she made a friend. This guy was really interested in her. My mom was still, we're not going to do anything. We're not going out or nothing because she was still married. My mom was that way. She's old fashioned. But this guy was really, really trying to impress her. And he was a nice dude, I had to admit. He was her age. My dad was older than my mom by like 10 years or so. But this guy was like right around the same age. And his name was Mario, Italian American. And he managed a little grocery store near our apartment and in the city. And he took me to like my first 3 or 4 ball games, pro ball games. And they were the Giants. And at Candlestick Park, the Stick as we used to call it. And got to see Willie Mays, Willie Mack, the end of Juan Marichal's career, all the way through. I got to see everybody like Chris Spire when he was a Rookie of the Year. You name him, I saw him. And it was really wonderful. I mean, it set me on my little path. And when we got back to Sacramento a few years later, I was still a Giants fan, and the A's still weren't quite in sack yet. I think they had another year before they came out to Oakland from Kansas City. So the Giants were like the only game in town, so to speak. They were it for NorCal. We had one team. LA had 2 teams. They had the Dodgers and the California Angels, and of course San Diego had the Padres. So, little factoid, the Padres were the only team out of the PCL, the Pacific Coast League minor leagues, that became a pro team. There you go. What did Coach Ron McKenna used to say? Our junior high and high school coach, more informational graffiti to spray on the walls of your mind. So there you go. I forgot all about that. And we're going to talk a little bit about baseball, but more precisely a book and a story behind this book. And the book here is this, 60 feet 6 inches. And it was by Bob Gibson, Reggie Jackson, but with Lonnie Wheeler. They always have somebody that can really write in there. And it's what it says: Hall of Fame pitcher and a Hall of Fame hitter. And they talk about baseball. And those are basically the both sides. Besides fielding, I mean, it's on the bump, the hill, the mound, right? And then at the dish, the plate. It's all about hitting that ball and or trying to get it past somebody. So this book was given to me for a birthday present by John Pearlstone, dear friend of mine. We were both friends in Marin County. Neither one of us were from there, but our boys hung out together, and John and I hit it off quite well. Plus, he was one of the few dads that was like around my age. All the other dads were older than me, and so that was kind of nice too. Here's Reggie and Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson, this guy was so dominant in the 1968 World Series, they lowered the mound 6 inches. From that point on, what a pitcher. And there's Reggie Jackson. I'm a Giants fan, but back in the day before interleague, my American League team was the A's. But I've always been more passionate about the Giants. But if I'd see an A's game on, I want the A's to win. I still do. I mean, when whoever they play in the American League beat them. And Reggie was my player for that team, so I was really disappointed when he used the free agency clause and left. He went to Baltimore for like half a season. Then I think he went to New York, and I think he finished up with the Angels or somebody. I don't know. Anyway, 60 feet 6 inches. So the story behind this book here, the trip is, I'll tell you in a second. So, I don't know, a month or so after I got this book, I was going back east. I can't remember what for. And I always try to sit on the aisle seat of airplanes, because I like to have a little bit of room, and if I have to get up and pee or whatever, especially longer flights. I could be able to stretch my legs every now and then. So I'm on the aisle seat, and I'm brought this book, and I'm reading it. And I've had a couple of coffees or maybe something, I don't know, but I had to go to pee. So I remember, setting the book and my drink on the tray next to me, flipping up my tray, closing like you do, and going off and doing my business. So I come back, sit down, put my tray back down. I remember putting the book on the tray and then kind of focusing more on my beverage. And I brought the beverage over, and the book fell off my tray into the middle of the floor, right? Okay, no big deal. As I set my drink down and go for it, the guy across from me in the aisle says, "Oh, let me get that." And I was like, "Oh, cool, bro, thanks." And he picks it up. And I got to get to this page again. Son of a bitch. I always do this. Oh, here we go. And he picks it up, and he looks at the cover. He goes, "Oh, this looks interesting." And it was open. He had his thumb in there. And he goes like this. He goes, "Oh, those are real signatures. How'd you get that?" Yes. Bob Gibson and Reggie Jackson signed these. You can feel it. They're ballpoint pen. They signed these. And I looked at them. He hands me the book, and I'm going, "You're not kidding." And the guy looks at me and goes, "You didn't know that?" I go, "No." And I explained to him it was given to me by a good buddy. And yeah, now at this point, John Pearlstone just stopped being, he was an avid sports memorabilia collector and seller. Like he would sell the stuff online or whatever. He even had a shop in town for a while. So he's big into sports memorabilia for quite a while. And yeah, I don't know how he got this. So when I got back to California, got on the phone and called him, thank him again. "Hey, John, thanks for that book, man. Jesus Christ, it's signed by both Bob Gibson and Reggie Jackson." Silence on the other end of the line. And he goes, "What?" And I go, "Yeah, the book's signed. You got me a signed copy by both these guys." John goes, "I had no idea." And he's like, you could hear he's kind of irritated by that. And I said, "Well, if you want it back," he goes, no, it was a birthday present, So thank you again, John. This is a great book. I'm going to reread it because I vaguely remember it. And just looking through it just now, I found a boarding pass for United Airlines. I don't know what year it is. I was trying to find the year on there. All I know is it was flight 29 and it was August 24th. But I don't know. And I'm going to Philadelphia. So my dear childhood friend Arturo lives out there. Art lives in, was living in Philly. He lives outside Philly now, but back, he's been living out there like 30 years, maybe 30 plus. But I don't know where the year is on this. I don't know if they even bother putting the year on here. But anyway, yeah, so here's my boarding pass. I obviously was using it as my bookmark. And it was 2/3 the way through the book, so that's about as far as I got, so I have to start it over. Anyway, so that's my little baseball story. That's about 8 minutes of your life you're not going to get back. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I hope I made up for yesterday. I got to get over there and draw some more before it gets too hot. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you have to go out, but please don't. But if you have to, mask up, wash the hands, keep the distance, and be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys next time.